Hello, what's going on? My name is Sauls. I'm the lead pastor of Life Springs Church. I want to welcome you. Come on into this live event here. If you'll share the broadcast, I want to say hello to our YouTube subscribers. Hope you're doing all right, and you just can say hello and give me some feedback and give me a shout out. And I want to say hello to those on Instagram. And I want to let everybody on Instagram know, I know it's video driven, that I look a lot heavier on video than I do in real life, so make sure you know that. I want you to make sure you like all of our pages on YouTube and Instagram. I want to say hello to our Facebook family. Go ahead, whatever you're on. I feel like I'm speaking to 3 nations almost, but wherever you're at, just share the broadcast, say hello, come on in, let's be a church family. You ought to be getting used to this now because everybody's at home in their underwear surfing on social media. So I want to welcome you. Hey, we're going to try to do some Facebook Lives about once a week as a church. I don't want to burn you up. Now, I want to say this too, or I say Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives or whatever. We're on Facebook, we're doing these encouraging words. And so we've had staff members, and now we're widening the circle. And what I'm really wanting is to have a pandemic of encouraging words going around on social media. So if you want to do one, go ahead and do one. Let's put them out there, and let's just talk about something besides COVID-19. But with that being said, as the leader of this great church, Life Spring Church, and I mean that with all my heart, when you go through crisis, you determine how good something is. Like you determine a lot when you go through conflict. Like you determine how good your marriage is when you go through conflict, right? You determine how good a friendship is when you go through conflict. And as a church, as we've walked through this journey of COVID-19, I have determined we've got the best church in the world. No slant, no shade on no other church. I just love our church, and I'm just so excited. But I will say this too. I've never been prouder to be a Christian than I am right now. Watching the way the church is responding to it, it's just been phenomenal. And I just want you to know I love our church family. I love the church as a whole, and we're going to get through this thing together. So, back to this. Once a week or so, I want to give you a 411. I want to just do a live event and let you know a little bit what's going on because it's changing by the hour. And so, just stay up with us. That's why you need to like our pages. We're going to try to communicate well, but I'm going to try to give you an update. Every week, there's some things I'm very excited about that your team's been working hard, and they've been planning some things for Palm Sunday week, and we're planning things for Easter. I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell you, but I'm going to try to just give you like the weekend updates, probably on Thursdays when I'm going to do it. So let me get you going right here. Let's get the first one right here. First thing I want to make sure you're aware of as I talk to you about what's coming up and what's going on. We're going to develop this resource tab. So if you were to go to www.lifesprings.online, we've got this tab that's called COVID-19 resource, I think, but it will be a new tab up there. It'll have COVID somewhere in it, so you'll know where it's at. Therefore, everything I'm going to talk to you about, everything we're going to change if a new executive order comes out after this live event and we have to change, that's where you're going to find it at. So we've got 3 or 4 social media outlets going on, but the best place to go is the lifesprings.online and check out this tab. We're going to really work hard to keep that up. Also, I want you to be aware of it. For the first time, I wish I could do a drum roll and it pop up, but anyway, save the dramatics. We have a new church app. Now, I know a lot of people have been having apps for a long time. We've just really never had a real strong need for it. However, now we do see a need for it, and so we've got a new app. You can find out at the COVID-19 resources at lifesprings.online to figure out how to do it. But it's just a Life Springs app, and so you can download it. But all the information is found there under that tab. So I told you last week there's a few things that we're not going to stop doing as a church. We're going to keep on in our mission to help people discover the love of Christ, develop the character of Christ, and deliver the message of Christ. But specifically, during COVID-19, there's about 4 things that I want you to know we're going to keep doing and stay focused on as we go through this. The first thing I said we were going to do is we were going to pray. And we are praying. And not only are we praying in our normal channels like Thursday prayer. If you've not joined the Thursday lunchtime prayer, I encourage you to do that. Search for LSC Thursday prayer and you'll see it. And we'll ask to join. It's a closed group because it's not just out there for everybody. We'll let you join that group and we're going to pray. There's also some prayer channels we have on Facebook I know of that, and there may be some on other media lights where you could just post your prayer needs and all that. But one of the things that we're doing that's kind of new, I'm just bringing you up, we're partnering with churches literally from around the world. And here's what we're asking everybody to do is to pray at 7:14 a.m. if you're awake. and 7:14 p.m. So maybe you can set a reminder on your phone, alarm on your phone, and just to pray. And you say, well, what am I praying? And now imagine millions of Christians doing this around the world. You say, well, what is it that I'm supposed to be praying? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you what I want you to be praying. I want you to pray 2 Chronicles 7:14. This is what all the churches around the world are praying. And here's the promise from our Father. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. So there's this repenting that goes on. Then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin. Praise the Lord for that. And here we go. And he will heal their land. And our land needs a healing right now. And so we're going to pray. I want you to join us at 7:14 a.m., 7:14 p.m. Let me tell you what else we're going to do as a church. We're going to stay connected. You say, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do that by, we've got online kids ministries. Go to lifesprings.online, the COVID resource page. We're starting some new kids ministry things, and we're going to get lessons, and they get some interaction with some of their teachers and things. So go check it out. Teen ministries got things. They got Instagram chat going on. We're going to have some Zoom meetups going on, and some like facilitating Bible study. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have meetups that are listed. All this is at the COVID-19 resource, so you can go find out. We got meetups that are 10 or less people that are meeting up. Like I think there might be some jogging meetups. I probably won't be at that one, so maybe I'll see somewhere else, right? We've got some meetups that are like maybe some motorcycle meetups. I don't know what all there's going to be, but there's meetups that are going on. But there's also some people who are like online Bible study that is a meetup. So some of our pastors are leading those online Bible study through things, or through Zoom or whatever. So you can sign up for all that at lifesprings.online. We have an online prayer card that you can stay connected, because I know that's one of the things I've loved about our church, and we've done it since the beginning, is that every week people give me a prayer card, and I can kind of track with where they are, and I try to read every one of them and pray. If you want to fill out an online prayer card, go there to lifesprings.online and fill out that prayer card. Incredible. Here's another thing we're going to do to stay connected. I want you to notice this. We got a bunch of different times, our churches. And for those that have never been to our LifeSprings church, we're a church that had COVID not happen, we were getting ready to launch 3 more services. We were going to be up to 8 services each weekend, 10 on Easter weekend. But every weekend during the year we would have 8. And so, like, which service time do we choose? Because some of you like Thursday, some of you like whatever, and we can't get all those service times. So we decided, when do we want to release our live event and our premiere show here on whatever, so that the event would go forward on Facebook. And here's what we decided. We just kind of stumbled across it. We may change it. Again, stay in touch with us at COVID, LifeSprings.online, that resource. If we change it, we'll let you know. But we stumbled across this, and we decided to do this. We were trying to think, what about 9 o'clock, splitting the difference in the morning? And we just found this verse, and so we're going to start them at 9:02 a.m. And here's the verse. Ready? At least for this week anyway. It may go on for a long time. Then he sent. And for those that know LifeSprings Church, that word sent means a great deal to us. Then he sent them. Talk about Jesus. He sent out his disciples. And that's really what's happening right now. We've been sent from our auditorium, from our church that we normally have church, and we've been sent to a whole different location. We've been like quarantined or whatever. But I want you to know, when Jesus sent people, he sent them with the gospel. Then he sent them out to tell everyone about the kingdom of God. That's how can we do that? And to heal. And to heal the sick. And so we saw that sent and heal. We just decided to do our services at 9:02. So go ahead and post them around, and we're gonna have them live. You can stay tuned on YouTube or on Facebook, and probably on Instagram. It'll come later than that once the service has been aired. Just because of the way Facebook works, it won't be posted as a premiere or watch party. It'll be later. So go ahead and do that, and you can, and I say live, it won't be totally live, but it will be a live feel. We can interact back and forth as it's going on. So I encourage you to do that. We're going to stay connected as a church family, and we're going to stay connected through LifeSprings.online. Again, we're going to stay connected through social media, again, YouTube, and this new phone app that we got. Let me tell you a third thing that we're going to do as a church. We are going to continue to serve. That's part of the DNA of LifeSprings Church, and I don't see it changing. On lifesprings.online, the COVID-19 resources, we have faith and action opportunities. There's things you can do now and still not have to get in contact with people with the disease or whatever and spread the disease, and we can flatten the line. There's still things you can do to serve. And so go here, and there's serving opportunities. And as the restrictions lighten and as needs that we find out about, we'll give more. We'll post them there at lifesprings.online COVID-19 resources. If you need anything, let us know. This church is here to serve. We want to serve. We want to serve you and your family. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to let us know, because that's who we are. We may not can help it, but we certainly want to try and give us a shot to be able to help if at all we can. And then finally, I told you last week, we're not going to stop giving. We want to give as a church. And so if we're going to give as a church, that means we as families need to continue to give. And so those of you who can and who are employed and still getting a check, I encourage you to be faithful in your commitment to tithes and offering. And I unashamedly ask that, because I've always told you that this vision is bigger than anything than one person. And as long as you still believe in the vision of this church, then I continue. I've never asked anybody in this church to give. I've only asked you to pray and ask God, what should you do, and then do that. And that's what I'm asking you to do now, is pray and ask God, what should you do, and then do that. And if you decide giving is still going to be part of who you are, my family's decided it is still going to be part of who we are, then you can give electronically. Some of you have not done that, but if you'll call our office, our team was more than willing to help you get set up. It's not as hard as you might think it is. If you've never done that, you can learn more about it at lifesprings.online. You can also still drop by the office. As of right now, we're still open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and on Friday from 9 to 1. If we get shut down, we get shut down. But right now, there's somebody here during those hours. The mail is still running right now, so you can do that. That's what I do. My family, we do online bill pay, and so we just do it through the mail. Or, again, more options at lifesprings.online. Hey, two things, and I'm going to wind this thing down. One thing I want to make sure you know, I've been saying this since it first hit, and I'll say it again. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. I want you to know, if you're panicked and you're fearful, that did not come from God. You need to find out where it's coming from and root that out. Caution and fear is different. You need to be cautious. That's not being fearful. That's being smart, okay? You need to make sure when you carry a loaded gun, you make sure it's on safety and unloaded. That's just smart. That's not panicked. You need to be smart and be cautious. But if you find yourself just wigged out, worry, anxiety thing, we need to get this under control. That didn't come from God, okay? Second thing I've been telling you, I want to tell you again, is that, and we know that God causes everything to work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. We still believe that. That is still in the Bible, and it's not gone anywhere. God is still in control. You can trust him. He's worthy of that trust. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to this 10, 15-minute little update. We're going to try to do another one next week. I want you to stay connected to our pages. We're going to try to keep encouraging you, and I can't wait till we get to see each other again. Love you guys. See you later.